Hey guys. Hello, hello. Congrats on first. Thank you. Laura, hello. Peach, hello. Peach, congrats on 69. Nice. I don't know how long I'm gonna be live tonight. Kind of a weird headspace day. So we shall see. But y'all wanted Final Fantasy XVI. I think most people were busy, so group games probably wouldn't have been a much of a go anyway. And group games alone aren't as fun. So we gonna do the thing. Yeah, we're just gonna jump right in. Because I know we have a long way to go on this game. Maybe. Maybe. And did we? Yes, we need to go here. We need to go here. I needed that.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. Trees don't have teeth.
Get him! This way. Over here! This one.
I think the last I played, we're onto a new area.
Can't imagine Obelisk needing any more than
It's like 5 years after stuff happened with Sid. Keeping it vague. I'm no longer branded. Well, technically am, but oh wait. Let's go back here and turn that in.
Welcome back, Sid.
Oh yeah, where's Sid now? That might be a good way to place it.
Well, did you find me some wax?
Find is one way of putting it.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo's arse. I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo? So your boat has a name? I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as me old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Okay. Hello.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
Fucking Imperial.
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Martha. Let's get you to a physical.
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no
Cookies
tavern
sound
crawl.
good.
It was a message.
That's a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Over here!
Damn, fuck that bee in particular.
Look. Up ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something. Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields.
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Black Shields? Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire.
This one!
Go, Tom!
Get him!
Go, Tom!
Ironic. Congrats on second. Congrats.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long. This one. Get him. This one.
I mean, he was right. It didn't take long.
Is that all of them?
I think so.
Why'd you have to talk about fresh baked cookies? Now I really want fresh baked cookies.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Found her.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The Cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg his aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix Jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Okay, so I can get all around. Oh damn. Like all the way around.
Spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball.
Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball. Oh, that's the first time. Oh. I didn't think that would hit that hard. Now I know. What? I was out of it. I call bullshit.
This one. Thanks, boy. Sick 'em. This one. Get him. Sick 'em. Go, attack. This one. Go,
Oh. We're doing it one more time and then I'm moving on. This one. Over here. Attack. Get him. This one. There we go.
You didn't see that coming.
Get it? He didn't see it coming because he's an eyeball.
That must be the bridge. So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Oi, look sharp! They've killed my bearer. I demand recompense.
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
the first I've seen one like that.
Try not to move.
Oi! You handy with that sword of yours? Course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? 'Cause a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos? Fighting bandits?
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now, they're back, looking to settle the score. Oh, go on then. Don't just stand there. Go and help them.
All right.
There's a good lad.
Where can I find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old dock. It's a dead end, that is. You saved Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? There ain't a pluckier bird in all the world. She's a hero to us locals. And don't worry, you'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no-good bastards a hiding from me.
Okay.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather.
That's a big
I thought
feather.
Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like they went that way. These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Is the chocobo laughing at them? I think she was.
Nice try.
This one.
Over here! Get him! Over here!
This one.
Ow.
This one.
Get him!
This one. This one.
That death sound. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
You're safe now. White Hart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be.
No, I thought she was dead.
Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry, I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are. Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now.
Her little eye patch.
You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No. No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
I'm glad I did that side quest.
Come on.
Oh.
Faster! Now, where's Gav?
Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Okay. Before we move forward, I do really have to go potty, so I will be back. Just make sure it's not continuing. Yeah, I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. Tummy's doing a tummy rumbly thing. So thank you for bearing with me.
What are we waiting for, indeed?
Think it's all right to touch him?
I don't know. You go first.
Won't be long now, Martel. Sid, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Oh, thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martel apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martel? Today's finally the day.
It's not the Did you come through the forge today? It smells like a still. Would explain Blackthorn's foul.
I think I went the wrong way.
I hear there's trouble in Rosaria. That broom's as ragged as...
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here, courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Course she was. An odd sort, that one. Loved plants more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
These aren't those apples, are they? Well, I'll be. She'd have been proud, and rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
Others weren't so lucky, though.
Them old apples were enough to curdle your guts. But these beauties are as sweet as you like.
I'll have to pay the boys down in the backyard a visit to tell them thanks.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab them right from the branch, made Martell livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martells, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't have been easy, not in the Deadlands. Reckon she'd be happy knowing all her hard work didn't go to waste. Clive, tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
Not so much as a thank you. Well, I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Chat, you saw nothing.
It's not the ether.
The Cursebreakers send their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martell.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind, even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martell. Why did you have to die? She put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy. And now we do. When she died, I named a sapling after her. And now it's a full-grown tree. Martell lives on through the fruit it bears.
And through you. Her dream would have died with her, had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything really, but thank you. You're kinder to me than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martell. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Justice! Diving deep to the surface. Justice! Welcome in, Raiders. Guys, if you're not already doing so, make sure you go give Justice some love. I remember correctly, I see Jackbox Party Games. There was a celebration happening, right? Am I right? Welcome in. How was your stream? If you guys don't know me, my name is Momma Lottie. I do a lot of Dead by Daylight, Final Fantasy XIV, very story-based and spoopy games. So if any of that's up your alley, welcome in, welcome in. There was a celebration, possibly a birthday. Happy birthday. I hope it was amazing, filled with all your bestest friendos and hot Hrothgar dads. Hot cat daddies. Bing.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in.
But if you do have any post-stream stuff that you need to take care of, I totally understand if you have to step away.
Besides,
I will take good care of your fam bam, I promise.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
We know you too well.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Torgal.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
We're not alone.
Did I miss anything cutting through everything? I don't think so. I can get the blue shiny, but meh.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Thought they were loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn. 'Twould be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right, I heard you the first time.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
You seen them, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
But what do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Shiba Ichiko, thank you for the heckin' follow. Welcome to the circle.
Ever since the apothecary, we've seen more and more.
Thank you for the stretch.
What do you think is waking them? The mother crystals collapse?
I have an idea.
Da-da-dum.
You'll bet you like it.
Level up. Ooh. Stretching is good for you, everyone. Hell yeah! Are you a Final Fantasy enjoyer, I take it then? Whee! The RAR is taking me back. I used to, oh, I see you guys over there. You know what? We're detouring. RAR used to be my intro of choice. There we go. I'm fairly new to the Final Fantasy fam bam. I've played Final Fantasy 14, which I know MMO. I've played Final Fantasy VII, the first chunk of it for the remake. I played the first like half of the OG. Well, I don't even know if it was first half, but the first little chunk, basically once you get out of you get through the whole Shinra Tower bit of 7 of the OG 7. Love Tifa. See, and I love Tifa for her energy, but I relate more to Aerith, which funny enough you bring her up. I still need to play Integrate, and I still need to play Rebirth. I feel like it's CH for him. I know who you're talking about. I haven't done much with the character yet because I haven't done haven't played through those chunks. I need to finish this and then I'll do Integrate. Yeah. Come here. And then I plan on playing Rebirth. But I'm among those that I'm like, oh, that was a cliff. I am among those that I'm just like, Cloud is hot, but hi, Sephiroth? Sephiroth is, I have poor taste. Well, no, I like morally great characters, is what it comes down to.
It's over.
I enjoy characters that are not necessarily good.
And still wet.
You live in the gray? You get it then. Jeremy, thank you for the heckin' 100 biddies. I hope you're doing well.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still...
That was your motto when you worked at... Oh, I'm sorry. I have friends who worked at Wells Fargo.
We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation.
Oh, but that's good. Hearing living in the gray area when giving people home loans. I imagine that helps them on that end. Also, Jeremy, congrats on 3rd.
Our swords we swear.
Blah, 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 blah. You won't. You won't say it again. I'll make sure of that. Oh, heck yeah. I would be too. I'm still unfortunately a renter and among the unemployed. But I'm blessed by a really amazing... Had to hack... Oh my god. I feel like that's a case of true Robin Hooding right there. They weren't paying attention. Like I said, true Robin Hooding there, especially in today's economy. Do they have a healer? Oh, they do. We need to kill you first. That should make my life easier. Oh shit. Unfortunately, I'm not. I've been a renter for my entire life. Just was never in the cards. Whenever I was in a position where we could think about looking into homes, the market was
Who are you looking for?
terrible for it. Absolutely terrible.
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordil. Guardians of the Flame.
Thanks for the warning.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Ooh, hold on. I got you. That's not even that bad. Yeah, but no, I'm among the... I am blessed to live in a situation where I can at least still have a roof over my head, but I lost my job a little over a year ago. It was about like a November, not this past November, but the November before that. And I just have not had luck finding work since then. I'm either overqualified or just not the right fit. So I at least have been blessed by having an amazing community that helps me pay my bills as I scrape by every month, and food stamps. So
Find something, boy.
I manage.
Death.
Ah. It is windy today.
Oh, found her.
God.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Oh, fuck yeah. Congrats.
Yes.
I don't know if you can hear me because I know there's an ad going on right now, but I'll say it again after.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
But yeah, no, it's along those lines as far as I could go and apply to be, I don't know, work at Subway.
We're approaching Buick Bridge.
But I'm not in the same shape I was when I waited tables 10 years ago. My wrists are shot, my knees are shot, my back is shot. Like I've busted my ass working since I was 16.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
So now, like, the work that I used to be able to do just fine, which was, I started doing a lot of desk work doing
But this is their home.
tech, electronic tech, I should say. Just basic customer service. So I'm not in the right kind of shape to do hard labor, overqualified to do any of the labor that I was qualified to do. Okay, you can run away.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
What would I do with my time? We're pausing for this one. So I would still be doing a lot of this. I've built up a community that I think has really come to enjoy watching what I do, as well as just hanging out and having a safe place where they can feel accepted. And I enjoy doing this too. But I feel like instead of it gearing towards me just scraping by, I would do more charity work. Like each month it would be a new charity. It would be going towards something. Still building up that community, still building up a safe place, but giving back a lot more. I would get into a better home instead of living in a... And I'm not talking about anything crazy. I don't... I'm like, I need enough for me to be able to hopefully have a family one day, you know what I mean? And to have pets and them have the space to roam, not be functioning out of a 2-bedroom apartment. One of them is storage because storage units are expensive. I'd like to have a home with a backyard and yeah. Just, I don't know. I'm big on, I don't need a lot for myself to get by. Fluff! I'll show you the herald of darkness, lost in the never-ending night. Welcome in, Raiders. Fluff, how the heck was your stream? How was Kingdom Come Deliverance? I've heard the second one is really, really good. I've never played either of them, so I have no idea what type of game it is. All I know is that when I saw the preview for the second one, I was shook. I was beyond shook at the second one. I hope your stream went well, though. Anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Momma Lottie. I do a lot of Marvel Rivals, Dead by Daylight, Final Fantasy XIV, as well as some various story-based games like Detroit Become Human, Life is Strange, spoopy games, and today we're working on some Final Fantasy XVI and just vibing. Also, Drakale, I see you. Hi, Z. Finished up the base game for the first one, refreshing yourself, and eventually gonna start the second one because it's been like 7 years. Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah. That's how I was with the Dragon Age games anytime a new one came out. That's another one that I have on my list to play. I have Dragon Age, the Veilguard. I haven't played it yet though. I have too much else that I'm like trying to sort through and push my way through before I get too engrossed in too many games at once. I'm doing all right, Drakale. It's kind of a low vibe, low key sicky day. Yeah, no, because I still have content in Alan Wake 2 that I need to finish up, including the DLC. I have Control that I need to play. I have Life is Strange Double Exposure that I need to play. I have Veilguard. There's a couple indie games that I've been gifted. I think one was called like Mouth Washing and the other was Crow Country. I do need to play more Baldur's Gate 3, but that one is more of my private time game. Hey, Crypty. How you doing? I do. I like cerebral. I like more thriller. I like mental. I like puzzle. Maybe that's a good way to put it. I like things that make me think. I don't want to brain dead a game. I get bored when I have to brain dead a game. Avowed has invaded your time of clear sight. I've heard good things about Avowed, but I just, like I said, my list is so big right now that I can't go adding too much more into it. Play that kind of game IRL with shrooms and DMT. Oh, you braver than me. You braver than me. I live in a place where weed is legalized, and that's about the highest I do. But I'm one of those, I like to at least retain enough of my mental capacity to know what I'm doing. This is on another level. Back when, I don't know if y'all remember, back when spice was a thing, I had someone pass me what I thought was weed, and it was spice. And I got stuck in a loop. And, oh, yeah, no, never again. I didn't even smoke weed for a hot minute after that. Yeah, no, it was bad. To give you an idea, I got stuck into a loop where apparently I was putting my hands from my lap to my face, my cheeks, and then like back down onto my lap, and I just kept doing it over and over again. And I had convinced myself that that loop was reality, that was what my life was in its entirety, and that everything else in my life had just been a dream. And this is just what I was going to be stuck doing for the rest of my cognizant time. Somehow I managed to lay down and fall asleep, and when I woke up they tried to pass me the thing again, and I went, no, heck no. I will stick to my natural stuff that I know where it came from. Thank you very much. Well, no, ish, where it came from. So yeah, be careful. Be careful out there. Oh yeah, no, but that kind of stuff is what has made me be like, I know there's people out there who do it. I don't judge you. I don't judge people for their choices and what they enjoy in their free time, but it's not for me. I will stick to what the only reason that I really do enjoy the occasional edible is because I have insomnia real bad, as well as my like just general aches and pains. And I have found that CBD as well as an edible when my insomnia gets real bad are the ways that I can just zone out and get good sleep. So, and welcome in, Raiders. I didn't this was not the intended conversation for raid. I swear we don't talk about this kind of stuff all the time. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Late night hours. Nah, you're good, Ichiko. I always say that people had to hit that little mature check mark, so, and we're not talking about like actively consuming it at this point. It's just more of past soliloquy, I guess. You were sad that CBD didn't work for you, or edibles? No. The worst eye aches. Yeah, no, I'm lucky that at least I found that I have to get the dosage right when it comes to anything to do with edibles. And it's finding, when you find one that you enjoy that like works for you, it's finding the right timing too. So like I get allergy induced migraines, and sometimes what I have to do is take, funny enough, I'll start off with my allergy pill, and we call it the big dick dosage, but it's 2 ibuprofen, which look like the balls, and then a 500 milligram acetaminophen, which those are oval. So 1 oval pill, 2 round pills, dick and balls. I'll take that, and I'll take my allergy pill, and then we have a dose, the CBD oil, and I'll put some of that under my tongue, and I'll let that sit for like maybe a minute or two, and then swallow. And that'll get me started. And once I feel like it's starting to kick in, that's when we get the tincture. So I tend to make my own baked goods. I'll have a baked good. So then as the initial painkiller is starting to wear off, the edible is kicking in. But that's only when my allergy migraines are like super bad. But yeah, it's a matter of finding what works and not overdoing it. Yeah, I get allergy-induced migraines. They're terrible. It put me down for like days sometimes. Homemade gummies with CBD, even that left you feeling icky afterwards. Oh, am I going the... I am going the wrong way. I wonder if...
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy.
Luckily, mine are seasonal for the most part.
Voice friends dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
But when they hit hard.
Better out there than in here.
Fuck off! Hang the chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all.
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties. I'll cut you down where you stand.
Just try it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
No, actually, I'm surprised they never put me through that. But then again, the doctor that prescribed or
everyone in that crowd thought the
diagnosed me, I guess.
Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes.
We
Strictly
found,
speaking, no.
at least
My uncle
for
once told me
that
the
time
nobles
period,
had
the
tunnels
allergy
built
pill
so
situation
that they
worked.
could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble.
At least worked well enough. But
The Lazarus.
I haven't run into anything else other than penicillin. But yeah, I don't know specifically what pollens.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Probably should do it eventually, but you know, that involves me getting back on
Maybe
back on an insurance plan at some point. I have been coasting by, thanking the Lord that nothing major has happened to me. Knock on wood. Yeah, I need to go through all of that and sign up for it. There was a period of time where we thought we might be able to get me in on my partner's insurance. But that's not looking like it's gonna happen. And I'm just gonna have to do one on my own.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm still blessed to have a roof over my head and food in my belly. Can I go through here? No. That's the way I was raised, though, and then it kind of goes back to what we were talking about before we got the raid. And what I would do is if I had all the means to just live as I pleased.
Visitors!
I've always had that kind of upbringing of giving back. My dad was the type that
Apologies.
if
We'll
someone
show
were
ourselves
to
out.
if someone were to visit and be like, "Oh yeah, no, we need to go shopping because we're running low on our like ramen supply," that he would go into our kitchen and empty out our pantry and be like, "There you go." I wish you luck in getting good EPs, Laura. And thank you. I am doing a bit better. You know when you have one of those days where you're just like in your head more than anything? That's what today was. I was in my
I've
head and
only ever
feeling kind of
seen one
lonely, but I
man
knew
fight like
streaming.
that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
No, you're good, Lara. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out. You guys always make me feel better. And it can be Ichigo. It definitely can be. I feel like it's very much one of those different strokes for different folks kind of things when it comes to VTubing. I know for me, especially in my living situation. Let me pause this real quick. In my living situation, because we live in just a tiny apartment, it gives who I live with more freedom to kind of move about and do as they please, as well as I find myself focusing less on, okay, am I still in frame? Do I look all right? Is my hair in place? Because people are judging everything I do. Like, no, I just kind of get to be myself more. More of my charisma, and when people come in, they're not coming in and following because ooh, she cute, or whatever it is that people do when they follow, or being strayed away because of poor camera quality, or the people who come and stay, they're coming and staying because they enjoy the energy. The model is just just something for people to look at to know that the streamer is actually there. I don't know why everything. Hey, Bad Touch. Why is everything running so chop all of a sudden? Hold on. Close. Do I need anything on this? No, 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 no. There we go. That's better. Feels playing live when it moves with you. Yeah. One part of what I'm going to be saving up for this next year is I have a model that's commissioned. It's expensive, but for as long as I've been streaming and as long as I've been VTubing, it makes sense to make the investment for it. So that is going to be what I work towards for this next year.
We left before the Empire could make examples of us.
But it's exactly what I want it to be
didn't
as
go
far as
far.
a model.
And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her.
Noise.
Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
After it.
Good Torgal.
You're telling me that's the Archduke's son?
In the flesh. Saw him once when I was your age. He had that same look in his eye.
You are welcome to what little we have managed to salvage. May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge, and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small
Nah,
units,
you're good,
which we
Sheba.
can use to our advantage.
Get some good rest.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
We'll keep them from the...
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
I just realized I can just do this. Did you just catcall his chocobo?
Let's go.
Look at me sideways.
Come along now.
The bastards are looking at you.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Be safe.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the
How
Black Shields?
dare you say Torgal's just a dog?
Die along with your flame! For us area!
For us area!
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
More dragons.
Worse. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Get him! Over here! Get him! Sick him! Get him!
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is
That
in
voice
dire
sounds
need
familiar.
of cleansing.
This one.
I don't know, it's a little too high pitched for Thancred, but maybe?
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
Get him. Over here.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it. As we always have, and always will. For as long as the firebird
Which voice?
burns in our hearts, the duchy cannot die. And her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
Is it one that I know first before you tell me who?
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Magnus and Shadowbringers? He's one of the Rothgars, isn't he? He's the one we recognize in Dawn Trail. The one that we're like, hey, wait, I know you. Okay. I blame you, bad touch. I want cookie. You brought up fresh baked cookies and now I want cookies.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you
I
again.
have a question. Where are we
Unless you deserve it.
wearing all of these seals?
If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
Jesus!
Go on.
Night. Round 2. Ready? Welcome in, Raiders. Double raid. Hooligans HQ and Rhythm Rogue. Were you both doing Elden Ring? Were you both? Since it was a double raid. Double raid across the sky. How was your guys' stream? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Momma Lottie. I do a lot of Dead by Daylight, Final Fantasy XIV, Marvel Rivals, Helldivers 2, and various story-based games. So welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Normally a VTuber, but funny enough, I was actually just thinking I'm going to swap over to my PNG tuber because for some reason my VTuber is being all sticky. Elden Ring make our heads spin. Good to see you guys. I feel that. I started Elden Ring, and let me tell you, I am not a Souls-like player. I am not good at most video games. I'm good enough, but Souls-like is a whole nother thing. And when you go into a thing and you feel like it's like Savage Raiding in 14. You're slamming your head into a wall to try and beat a boss over and over and over until you finally make some progress. Rhythm Rogue, thank you for the heckin' follow. Welcome to the circle. But unlike in 14, in Elden Ring, you're doing it pretty much on your own. I know you can summon help, and I know you can have like your shadow assistants or whatever, like the jellyfish and whatnot, or the wolves. But the amount of times I wanted to yeet my keyboard across the room, and I didn't even get super far into the game. And I have a hefty keyboard. I've read reviews about my keyboard that it could double as a self-defense tool. So that tells you something. But thank you guys for the raid. If you guys have anything post-stream that you have to take care of, or just need to go unwind and relax, I totally understand.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
Thank you for the lurk.
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to her serene holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford.
The good plates.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on
Hey,
my
Shadow.
nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Sounds good, Shadow. And damn, 5 miles.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others. the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom, but Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Okay. I think that is it for me for today. I know short stream, but I was still not feeling super great. I kind of want to just relax for the rest of the evening. Thank you all so much for hanging out, for the raids, for the follows, for the good energies. I really needed this tonight, so thank you. Let's see who's live and who we can send some love to. Let's see. We've got lots of DBD. We have some Final Fantasy XIV. There's someone live who hasn't been, that I haven't rated in a minute. Could go give Rod some love. But yeah, let's do that. It's been a while since we've given Rod some love. Okay. Raid 1 is if you are sub to the channel. If you are not a sub, Raid 2 has got you covered. Don't forget to join us on the socials. We are now 51 followers away from 2,000. I still need to figure out what we're going to do once we hit 2,000 followers. That is just absolutely mind-blowing to me that we are anywhere near that many people that follow me. Why do you guys follow me? Why? I don't know if I will be live tomorrow. It's all going to depend on A, how I feel, and B, if we have raid or not. So just be paying attention to the Discord or to the Twitch pings for that info. But yeah, I love you guys. Make sure you do something special for yourselves. Look out for yourselves. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you on Wednesday. I love you guys. And have a good night. Bye-bye.